After the 3 weeks marriage, unfortunately for him, when he was going to get married, the young lady he met, the young lady made it clear to him that no sex before marriage. Even though, one, he was not ready for no sex before marriage. He loved the girl to the extent that according to him, he bowed to the rules of the game because of the girl. This was not because he was not having sexual intercourse around, but he told me straight ahead. He was having fun and having sex, but refused to make sure that he will bring disease or impregnate anybody. So he was having sex protected with other women. He told me that truth. But the lady in question was a lady that was so decent and never saw her out anywhere. You meet her in church, at work, and church, at work, church, and work. So, like the book of Genesis chapter 29, when Jacob met Rachel and wanted to marry Rachel, he saw Rachel in the house and never had sex with Rachel until he finished his wonderful 7 years to marry Rachel and was not given Rachel though. And later on served 1 week to have Rachel. That's a story one day I'll explain with you. I'm just telling you that he stayed away and not had sex with this young lady. 3 weeks now, he called me. They have just gotten married. And after they are married, during this lockdown, a quick one was done. Happy wedding, everything has happened. They had their first encounter with sexual intercourse. The young man happened to be a medical person. So he said the temperature in the wife's private parts gave him an alarming thing. An alarming thing which shows that the temperature sounded like the new girl was pregnant. He's a medical person, but didn't have the right to ask. Didn't have the right to ask. So, he went ahead and they consummated the marriage. So 3 weeks down the line, they be having sex. But something happened that the lady all of a sudden is not feeling too well. And because of COVID-19, one of the things they have done is not to go to the hospital, but rather ask the girl, the way you're trained up, the way everything is nauseating with you, is everything all right with you? They are married, they've moved into a new building, their wedding is top class, everything is okay. A nice wedding that just happened. I mean, within the operation, what do you call it, 25 people, they had a very classic engagement and traditional marriage, cancel it and came to do what we call the official, official wedding that has just happened. So they happen to be in their 4th week, which is this week. The marriage has just been 4th week now. But the way the lady is just throwing out and everything, the young man said, okay, he has a medical background in a way. The lady too had some slight medical background, even though she's not into it, and requested that, let's see a doctor or something. But they don't get any doctor to do, so they said, well, who knows? Maybe I've impregnated you after just this first 3 weeks of waiting to have sexual intercourse with you. So requested that the wife would do a pregnancy test. Ladies and gentlemen, the wife has tested positive, pregnant. Whoa! That's exciting. You marry a woman and 3 weeks, she's pregnant. The guy was like, wow. It means that it's good to marry a woman who has been waiting for you. The Lord is good. All the time, the Lord is good. So, they decided to go and see the doctor today. This is a fresh news. So they decided to go and see a doctor today. After seeing the doctor, that is when I have to talk to the young man. The behind the scene is that the young lady spoke to me on Thursday. She has brought a story right now. So she spoke to me on Thursday and told me that she feels pregnant. And the husband wants them to do a test. And she has a problem that she has to tell me that the pregnancy in there, she knows is not for the guy. Unfortunately for her, this young man's sexual intercourse happened to be the second sexual intercourse he has ever had in her life. So when the young man requested that they should have a test, she called me on Thursday and told me this is what it is. When they did a test and Friday was positive, she told me what it is. So the young man said he should see a doctor on Monday. But on Monday, the arrangement didn't work down well. So the arrangement I did gave me an opportunity to see the doctor today, Tuesday. When they went today, Tuesday, the doctor requested that they do an ultrasound. The ultrasound just gave the pregnancy of 24 weeks. Hello? 24 weeks pregnancy. A young man has had sex with a 3 weeks wife, and the 3 weeks wife is pregnant 24 weeks. The ultrasound man or the stenographer who did the ultrasound had no knowledge about they marrying 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it is. The doctor too saw the tummy. The tummy was small, but he said that your pregnancy is grown. So can you do ultrasound for me? So when they were doing the ultrasound, and the one doing the stenographer doing the ultrasound just saw and said, "Hey, madam, your baby is healthy. He is a boy. You are 24 weeks." The husband was standing there. Then the young lady said, "Oh, I didn't know." The husband asked, "Is it 4 weeks or 24 weeks?" He said, "Oh, say, look, it's 24 weeks." Friends and loved ones, a young man has married a girl for 4 weeks, and the young lady is pregnant 24 weeks. And this young lady spoke to me earlier on and made me know that this is her second encounter to sexual intercourse. Her first encounter to sexual intercourse was the one he was living with. This young lady was living with a particular man who has come into her life like an uncle. And it is through the hands of this man that this young man went to marry this young girl. And has become like a father, has become like a mentor and everything to the girl. So, I asked the young girl, "Girl, did you have sex with the man who was living with you?" You said the man had sex with her as compensation for living with her, taking care of her. The young man too has honored this man so much for giving her a good wife. Right now, the young lady is torn between the two places because after they are seeing their doctor today, the young man says he should explain why the pregnancy is 24 weeks. He says he doesn't know. And it has just set in a confusion that the young man is just gone. He's just left the house to Kofodia. He's left the wife to Kofodia. And the wife has just called in after they left the doctor's place and told me that the husband left him in the hospital and is going to Kofodia because he says he wants to get an explanation why she's pregnant 24 weeks. If it's an error, he wants to know it's 24 weeks. So I spoke to the doctor. The doctor said she saw the pregnancy. And I told her that according to this is what the ultrasound is saying. The ultrasound says that the lady is pregnant 24 weeks and they are married for 4 weeks. It means that somebody else impregnated the girl. Friends, it might not be a story to you. The girl right now, sexual act, he was requested and said, "I've never had sex before," which I support her. I don't stand against that. Sex is secret. So once she had sex, the first time of sexual intercourse with this particular uncle who was with it's not an uncle from a family. This was a man who has supported and helped her with her family. That he has made him gone to school. He has done why be bia man. Ono yo bia wa buano. Why be bia amana ko yi amano. And only no kure back womb. So yeah can be bia so no abuano. Now the truth of the matter is that this particular pregnancy, she knows if truly she's pregnant, then it is this man who has impregnated her. Right now, the conflict is that should she disclose who impregnated her? That will spark a bigger confusion, or she should be quiet about it and lose her marriage. Are you getting it? The girl doesn't have sex with anybody except this man that she told me she has had sex with. And we discussed this evening, just about an hour ago before I sat down on telephone. She tells me that she knows very well that she's pregnant. It is this uncle man he's living with. So I said, talk to the uncle and tell the uncle you are pregnant. She did. And the man said, keep quiet and give it to your husband. The question is that the husband went with her to the ultrasound. The pregnancy is 24 weeks. So under no circumstance will I marry you for 4 weeks and have a pregnancy for 24 weeks. My question this evening is, should this lead to divorce? Or she should mention the man, go for divorce, or go for divorce without mentioning the man and take care of the child and lose their marriage? The man is going to Kofodia and want to come back and come and hear the truth. The guy is hurt. He has married a virgin and the virgin is pregnant 24 weeks. And yes, I'm thinking biao. Abrante bia ware ba bi bosumi na wotwe nanye. Onfa ne ho kan da. Fide do hu bos mfie miensa nie. Na ware na wi ode ne ho kan no na wotwe nan no. Se si oba ne anyim bosumi na wotwe edumienu ne nan. Edumienu 24. Abawe anyim 24 weeks. Na brandia di nada omo ware ye 4 weeks penny on nada. What must say? Aha. One in the da esa na brantia da brantia did da first day na brantia say na yasi yeshi until beside again I don't know why yasi yeshi sa. It's only a medical person. Now ba na yasi yeshi tse na hie no. Ti so bi onyim na ba ya say o debi. O catch ye ni so bia ne ndada. Ho de me say abawa ne nya fum so. Ho de me cast wa yen fum so da. Obi ni woda na go catch obi furo so obi ni wada enu nya ni bie. Sex is private. Doctor na kasa ache no sofo na kasa ache da me no ya adwen. Na nya obi opeso ware wa na obi no twempra na obi say we ni wada da na no apene so. Oba bi obi ni woda otumi kan bia na wani bie ye. Wuni mba mu. Enti ene de ho de me kasa wa ebone. Na nya say me fo abone nso so. Baba ya na demo ka che me say papa ne pen ne na dada. De wafa ne say ne papa ne bibia no. Oni nipa kani oni na da wasasi so ansa na o hia brantie de na da a o wale na 29 years se si anyense na ye kohwe ye no abrantie ngina obi na de o ye ultrasound ka jense onyem 24 weeks so de onim se na sia no mo wale 24 weeks na abrantie no so de na wale 4 weeks enti 20 na egusu no ho na we abrantie no kokofo dua se si ase ge no empe no kurento wansa na onkombra no ntumi ntena ne nchen. Girl no so the assembly to manim said, "Ne de besi no, obiso fi awade no. Ah, ombo papa ni din enkyere abrante ne say we na nyem na say papa na de ne ma awade. E say ne papa ni ho, ma me ni ho. Eno so asefo foro kra say eka. Eti me nkomo nie. Ye bisa say abayo ni mbodi nka. Abayo na ye mfumsuo bi ana. Eye din say oba ho do ho nka ne da. Ah, wokọ ware ni wie ye. Abstain from sex. Uwari ni wie ye no se si onyem when so nkyere se I'm endorsing sex before marriage enu nka me da dwen ho san komo ne nka de mi di no ho. The question is that should the girl be honest to the guy and tell the guy that George Lutterodt has impregnated me, who I'm standing in as the father-in-law? So more or less the guy is going to see the father-in-law as the father of the child in the womb. When he spoke to the father-in-law in court, he says, live with a guy like that and let him assume responsibility of the child. But according to the girl, the pregnancy is 24 weeks. So this is what I did. For me to be honest with myself and the truth, I asked the girl the last time she had a menses. Listen, see the trick here. Within all the 24 weeks, she's menstruating, but she's not getting complete menstruation. So we have challenges with people who can get pregnant and still menstruating. But this is what happens to most of those children that are giving birth to. There are times we don't get the children becoming, holistically correct because the fetus is bleeding. You know, when the fetus is tearing up into pieces, they form the ear, they form the mouth, they form the nose, that's a formation. When you start bleeding, it means that something is happening. So the girl said she kept on having a menses even though she had that sexual intercourse the first time, and she has had fear. Those of you who can calculate for us 24 weeks is how many months? It's about 6 months, because if 4 weeks is a month, then 4 is 24. So for 6 months she's menstruating. She's menstruating. And as we speak, the only time she didn't see her menses again was after the sexual intercourse that he had with the guy. That is why they all suspected that. So you can be pregnant and be menstruation. That is a medical thing that we can go and discuss some time to come. It's another thing altogether. But her question, right, is that she had sex with only 2 people. This guy has had sex with her only 4 weeks. So I asked her, can you remember the last time you had sex with a man? He said, yes, I wrote it down because it was the day she was breaking my virginity. I asked, were you raped? He says, no. Did you give in? He says, yes, I gave in. Because what he said was a compensation for all that has happened, and now I'm going to get married. So he gave in. They lived together. So after giving in to this particular act, after giving in to this particular thing, the result is that right now she's pregnant. So I calculated when she did it, and when that day the man had sex with her, she was ovulating. Ladies and gentlemen, my problem is always that young girls of today, you don't know what is called ovulation. That is the problem. You don't know what is called ovulation. You don't know it. Ovulation has become a problem with young girls. And having protective sex too has become a problem with young girls. Right now, the man has gone and they said, tell me who impregnated you or I divorce you. And the lady is saying that I don't want to tell this guy that it is this man who impregnated me, but I want the divorce. Is she okay with that? Why was she wrong? Is it the father that was wrong for sleeping with her? Not her biological father, not a biological uncle. But this was a man that has helped the girl to go through school, through university, and given her employment to work. So and yet it's like, it's not a sugar daddy thing. I don't know the title I should give to this man. That this man has become like a father figure. A spiritual head, a physical head. Because the girl has lost the parents. According to her story she told me. She was living with an auntie. And the auntie died, and this man volunteered to take care of her. And truly speaking, this man has taken her through university. She's now fully gainfully employed. And that is where this guy saw her in church. And this man too happens to be a big man in church. I don't know if you are getting the conversation. Right now, the young man is worried about the pregnancy. Some are saying that why worry now? Oh, worry obia. Some are with a view that just take the pregnancy like that and then support the girl to deliver. The guy has left to Kofodia and said, I want to come back and know the truth so I can divorce you. Who went wrong where? Well, Akosia said that she could have taken an emergency contraceptive if she knew that she was ovulating. That's a very good thing to do if you knew she was ovulating. That's the thing, but if you don't know you're ovulating, I mean, most people who are virgins are one of the people who carries a lot of burden. Majority of our ladies who are virgins, these things are not part of their mind. The day the menstruation comes, so you know that kind of mentality, which I think is a childish behavior, though, but that's how they behave their life. Counselor, think she must tell the husband the truth about the pregnancy is for the helper and leave everything for the husband to decide. Wow. Koima says that you should tell the husband that this one did it and then leave it. He said the father-in-law should assume responsibility. So he should talk to them. I think that's what we're going to with the husband. So they can still stay together as husband and wife, but he the father is going to take full responsibility. Wow. Somebody says that he should talk to them, and then I'm reading from Facebook. He says the father-in-law should rather see the two of them and sit them down and tell them that he will take full responsibility whilst they still stay in the marriage. The man wants the truth to leave the marriage. Tell me who impregnated you so that I can leave the marriage. And the girl says, I don't want to tell him who impregnated me, but I want to leave the marriage. So who caused this? Is it the girl allowing this man to have sex with her? Is it that she didn't know she was, she didn't know she was pregnant? That one, yes, because she was still menstruating. She didn't know she was pregnant. She has no idea. Well, when I narrated the story to somebody, my counselor, the man too didn't try cry. He knew he was going to sleep with her, and he waited all this. waited all this while. This was the time the girl was leaving and wanted to compensate. She said it was a compensation for all the goodwill that the man has done. So he gave sex as compensation. What woman? Until the woman who has some way me and mean dance and I mean ko worry. I say you worry me, I mean to me no one that. So the guy gave in to the sex because he was compensating and saying thank you for what the man has done for him. I spoke to some couple of girls today this afternoon and they were saying that the girl should not waste time. She should abort the pregnancy immediately. My dear, I don't agree with you because the husband already knows the pregnancy is not for him. And also, he knows the pregnancy is 24 weeks, which is in a way, somehow, chop her before the marriage. Yes, but the young man didn't have sex with her. That is on record. They never slept. And the young girl, this is her second touch to sexual intercourse. You see, after giving sex to that man, he never slept with anybody. But the truth, somebody says, the truth the husband must know is that the husband is not responsible for the pregnancy. If the truth can keep the marriage, then she should take the risk of telling the truth. But if the telling the truth cannot keep the marriage, okay, I need 2 days to think about this. This has happened already, and the man is going to divorce her. Always so. Anyways, so she should just keep her secret and leave the marriage. That's somebody's own. Somebody to say that, so I can divorce you. This means nothing can change the mind of the man, of the mind's man, counselor. Okay. The man said, I'm going, tell me so I can divorce you. So nothing can change the mind of the man. That's somebody's thought. Somebody's thought said that there is no need for any truth to be told. He can leave and stay in the marriage. I think the lady should not say anything about it to the husband. Okay. The farmer can have a farmland and two people can be harvesting from the same farm without knowing each other. Okay. But the challenge is that right now, the pregnancy has been, the man has been nice to go and see that this pregnancy is not mine. This is 24 weeks. I've had sex with you only 4 weeks. I've never had sex with you before marriage. If the man could have had sex with this girl before the marriage, it's likely that we could have pushed this pregnancy to the man. She should not tell the man anything about it. That is partial. So the question is that should he tell the man about who the pregnancy is for and see if the man will change his mind to come and marry her? Because the man says that, let me know who gave you so I can divorce you. Because the man needs to have a legal reason why he wants to divorce them. Another school of thought. Would a man call this deception and go to court for compensation? Because when you feel you have been deceived, you have the right to go for compensation. Infidelity, watch it here. Infidelity is a cause of divorce in court. Where your wife has slept with somebody else, you can go to court and you can ask for divorce. But this is where somebody slept with the woman you are going to marry and you didn't check to know whether the woman was pregnant before you married her. She too didn't know she was pregnant. I wonder what the husband wants to know. The pregnancy is not his. Simple. Okay, well, that's Josephine. Where there is a truth or where there is truth or no truth, where there is truth or no truth, the man will leave you anyway. Yes, but the question is that the law is that you can go and divorce your wife because she has committed infidelity. She has gone to sleep with somebody else and you have evidence to that effect. But this is the case that the day you consummated the marriage, the day you had sex with her, she was already pregnant. So she brought the pregnancy into the marriage and honestly, she didn't know she was pregnant because she was menstruating. Hello? So it's not like the girl knew she was pregnant and she has covered it to marry somebody else. Let's broaden our thinking. The girl didn't know she was pregnant and she came in to marry the guy with pregnancy. But she knows that she had sex with a particular man, and when she had sex, she didn't know that sexual intercourse has landed her into pregnancy. When she gave me the date of the sexual intercourse is when I calculated and saw that she got pregnant by that sexual intercourse. Should she tell the guy that it is the father-in-law who has impregnated her? The so-called, in quote, father-in-law. Because according to the guy, she has not the father and everything. You see, my problem with the girl is that all along, you have been hearing Counselor Lutterodt on radio. I've been telling you about all these things. So when you realize that things are not going down well with you, even when you had sex with a man and it was your first time. I mean, I didn't say come and disclose to everybody, but I am there. I could have helped you. If you are pregnant, then we could have known that you are pregnant. You don't even go and venture into this wedding. And I keep telling people right now, why are we rushing to marry? So according to the girl, they planned the marriage earlier in February. In February. Do you understand? And then they move it to March. Little did they know that on 21st March, which was the set date, lockdown will come on the 10th of March. That could have been early pregnancy. So the delayance of the marriage is not as a result of the pregnancy, but as a result of the social distancing and everything. But the young man thought it right that, Charlie, can we have some few people? Let's do this marriage. I die for you. I want you. I love you. Whatever. So that is why they got married just about a month ago. Friends, should she tell the husband? The lady should tell the truth. And he may consider her, but he will not believe her. So should she tell the truth, Gloria? Gloria says that she tell the truth. The man has told you that I'm going to Kofodia. Let me know the truth so I can divorce you. Because I'm happy the guy has left. Anything evil can come into the mind of the guy. The same way evil can come in the mind of the girl. Counselor, in this girl and the helper were not thinking straight to me. How possible should you consider sex as the only compensation? And now she seems not to be ashamed, cry. He held you and so what? No, be careful with that statement. There are people that will help you for nothing. There are others that will help you for something. This is complicated issue. Counselor, if the truth, sorry, I want to read it for you. If the truth can't save the marriage, then there is no need in telling the guy the truth. Okay, please keep please call him. I don't know what I mean. Victoria Lashmi. Oh, honorable Lashmi is here. One of my noble honorables. Hey, Ononio, madam, I greet you. It's obvious he will not continue the marriage. I will advise she keeps it secret and divorce. Well, that's the honorable Victoria Lashmi. Former, was she a former deputy minister? Yes, I think so, yes, of communication. She says she should keep quiet. Truth or no truth, the divorce is there, so keep quiet. Somebody says that, Asemo, when he tells the man he might hate the in-law forever. Yes. So, I mean, this is where the issue is. If the girl knew she was pregnant and coerced the guy to marry her, because the girl said she is not even ready for that 25 gathering. If she knew very well, if they could have waited till the Akufo-Addo lifted the thing, maybe later on she was menstruating. I'll come and teach you what it means to be pregnant and still be menstruating. Some would do it to 6 months and it will stop. But her own stopped immediately when they had sex. And so she thinks that is this guy's thing that's impregnated. She's naive. Asemo, when he tells the truth, it might, okay, the man, he's already decided on what he will do. So he should do his worst. The worst is that this guy can go for divorce. But the question is, what will be the stigma? The church has blessed the marriage. They are going to the same church. They have waited for this long time. Right now, who would doubt that? Because the guy has never had sex with the girl. And they asked the girl during counseling, and she was plain to tell them that no, they have not had sex. But she had had sex before. When I spoke to her, she told them in the church that he has never had sex with a guy, and that was true. And the guy too said they've not had sex before, but he was having sex around. So within the counseling, they established that she has had sex before, but didn't say that I had sex with this man who is my father. And in the church, everybody knows this man is the father of this young girl. The lady shouldn't say it, because whether the man gets to know one who impregnated her or not, the marriage will not last. The man can hate the in-law and use it against her forever, even if she stays in the marriage. Even if she stays in the marriage. So the divergent views on my live Facebook is that, ladies and gentlemen, everybody in there is supporting the girl that she should keep quiet about who impregnated her and lose the marriage. She's 29 years. She's young, you will say yes. But let me bring your mind to somewhere. Pregnancy is not yardstick for determining the baby will be alive. So in medical science, it is said that pregnancy is equated to death 100%. My counselor, please, will you be ready to listen to us when we call you for such problems? Why not? I have so many cases like this. This is not the first. I have one that came to me about 2 weeks ago. It's more deadly and more dangerous because that one involves a whole church. And I'm working on it and finding it difficult to bring it. But the one with the story want to blow it up. And I'm trying to manage it so that it will be solved amicably. That one, the baby is almost in the 8th month. You're going to give birth to the child. So everybody's saying, don't tell the man. Let divorce occur. Don't tell the man, let divorce occur. So that we go ahead. You see, but this is the other thing. Pregnancy is equated to 100% death. When it comes to pregnancy, in medical science, 100% death. When a woman is pregnant, we take care of her well so that she'll be able to stand well because it's easy for her to become, to die. That's what we say. So we say 100% death is equated to pregnancy. So pregnant women are taken care of specially. As I sit here, in my practice, if I have a pregnant woman, and I have not just a pregnant woman, I have somebody who has surgery, a tumor, and a pregnant woman, I will save the pregnant woman and leave the one with a tumor. Why? Because a pregnant woman have 2 people in them, and there are 2 people depending on them. Do you understand? They have 2 people depending on them. So when it comes to pregnant people, it's constantly 2 people. But this is the other challenge I have with pregnancy. This is it. Pregnancy doesn't mean that when you have 2 months pregnancy, you are likely going to finish your full term. This is almost 6 months, 24 weeks. The condition of the girl and the pain she's going through can cause her to have a miscarriage now. It means that she can lose the pregnancy. So if the pregnancy that she's bringing into the marriage becomes the reason and the purpose why they want to lose the marriage, then my question is that what if she gets miscarriage and loses the pregnancy right now? What will happen to the marriage? This is not about abortion. It's about the baby being aborted because the mother is going through a lot of trauma as we're speaking. I don't support to abortion, neither divorce. That's my opinion, but she should tell the husband because everything can happen to the baby. Yeah, the baby can die. And when a baby dies like this, what are we going to say? The baby can die. It's not even a baby, it's a fetus. It's a fetus. The fetus can come. I get what I'm saying. The fetus can come. Counselor, telling the husband is going to cause a lot of... Okay, so she doesn't tell the husband who it is. The husband knows my wife I married was pregnant before I married her and decide to divorce her. After they divorce and they go, the pregnancy doesn't stand and they lose the baby and she comes back to normal. At the moment as we speak, I care to say that I and the father-in-law on the oath of secrecy are the only people that know that there is something like that happening. That's what I'm telling you. I'm the only one there, and you who don't know who I'm talking about knows that the lady has been impregnated. The guy has gone to the family house. I know he's going to tell the family that the lady is pregnant before she married the lady. And I'm saying that the crime here is that if a lady is pregnant and deceives you to marry her, that is where I'm wrong with it. But this is where she's pregnant, she doesn't know, and she has been menstruating for the past five months. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? Well, what should be the solution? Divorce is definitely going to happen. But the lady too, she's bad. Oh, what is bad about it? She had sex. Little did she know that the sexual intercourse was going to land her into pregnancy. So why do we blame her? I'm not condoning to evil. If this lady got pregnant while she was married, my story will be different. But this is where she was married before. She was pregnant before and didn't know she was pregnant. If she knew that she was pregnant before, she could have not even gone to do an ultrasound because she's not an uneducated person. She went for the ultrasound because she was expecting to see a 3 weeks pregnancy. Hello? The man has spoken. Let me know who the pregnancy is for, so I can divorce you. Even if the man is not going to divorce you after this pregnancy, I don't think that when you tell the man that somebody has impregnated me, the man, hey, this Akosia is a long time.
Wonderful counselor. Please, my guest is in, so we want to come and put some sanitizers.
Akosia, I'm just live. So when you tell them on live, what are you telling them?
Please,
you are telling me, you are telling me.
Excuse Counselor Lutterodt.
No, you can't excuse me. Tell me. No, let me wrap up. Akosia, what is that? What is that?
Okay, let me give you some.
What is this? What is this?
So that I can come.
Akosia starts a show after news, and the news has not ended. Look at what she's doing.
Oh no, we want to clean here.
Come and clean. Come and clean.
No,
There's
we don't
nothing
want to
here.
disturb you.
You can clean. Cleaning doesn't disturb me. I'm sorry for the unwanted interruption. This is Akosia Guabaji who thinks that she has gotten somewhere. You see what she came to do right now. Every time COVID-19. Sorry, they have a show after the news. But I'm saying my story is very simple and it's very, very clear. My contribution is that the divorce will happen. Whether you tell the guy or you don't tell the guy, the divorce will happen because the guy has made his mind. But the pregnancy will not be a yardstick to stay, whether it will become yes or no. Ladies and gentlemen, what is my take? My take is simple. My take is that don't tell the young man the pregnancy. Let's have a sit and talk with the man who has impregnated you. I think the man will regret impregnating you though. But with your pressure, we need to protect you so that you don't die with this disease. Ladies and gentlemen, the lady should not do anything, say anything. She should leave before the man comes back to the house. Maybe that will be good. Go back to your father, who is the father of the child. Maybe that will be a good news. Well, wrong is wrong, no matter what has happened. But this time, Honorable says she doesn't own her husband, her past. After all, she didn't do this deceit. Okay. I mean, that's what this was not to cause the man to marry her. She didn't do this so that the man can come and marry her. So I think that one is also there. But well, the conversation will continue because the time is up for me to go. I told you earlier on I'm doing just 40 minutes. The story will go on and go on. I will continue this story tomorrow afternoon with a conclusion. You can still talk to me. I want to do further investigation before tomorrow. If I even get a voice of the lady, I'll bring the voice to you on the same channel on 0277 609 644. But the challenge is that those of you who are not married and you want to have unprotected sex, please be careful because the aftermath can bring you a lot of shame and disgrace. 0277 609 644. For you who want to help us on the foundation level, it's 055 000 5077. 055 000 5077. And for those of Vodafone Cash, 0507 150 223. My story for today has been that divorce would definitely occur, but somebody was pregnant before she entered into marriage. Was it deceit or not? God bless you. Take care of yourself. I'll teach you a relation. Tomorrow afternoon, I'll conclude this story. But for now, let me leave the space for them to use it for their next event that is about to come. God bless all of you. I'm grateful you joined me. Thank you very, very much for today. Yours truly, Counselor Lutterodt.